Biscuits and Gravy.
So I grew up in the South, and this has always been one of my favorite breakfast staples. It's hearty, it's comforting, it's tasty, but I always made it at home because it never hits the same when you go out to a restaurant and order it. It always ends up being bland and tastes like nothing but flour, but honestly, it's pretty easy to make, so enough yapping, let's get cooking. Alright, we're gonna start with a pound of ground breakfast sausage. Go ahead and throw that on a hot pan, and you don't need any oil. Once you flatten it out, just leave it alone and let it do its thing because you want to get a nice sear on it just like this. Now once your sausage is nice and brown, we're going to create some space to throw in some butter, and then we're going to add all-purpose flour. Now I don't add too much because I don't like really thick gravy, but if that's your style, go ahead and add more, and we're just going to stir it until the flour's cooked. Now we're going to add our whole milk, and I apologize, I never measure anything, but what I do is I just pour it until it stops sizzling. Now when that comes to a boil, go ahead and lower it to a simmer, and let's season it with a little salt and a very, very generous amount of black pepper. If you ain't sneezing, you ain't seasoning. So now we're gonna let it do its thing and simmer, and make sure you stir it here and there, and let's get started on our biscuits. I use canned, but you could bake it from scratch if you want. Just go ahead and bake it as the directions say. While we wait on that, let me introduce you to my cats. This is my boy Luffy, and this is my little girl Nico. The biscuits are done, so let's go ahead and pull them out the oven. And you'll know the gravy is done when it has a consistency just like this. Now that everything's ready, go ahead and plate it up, grab some biscuits, throw some gravy on that bad boy, and there you have it.
Alright, and that's it. This is how you make